Dear students, let's continue with the front view, for which already we have drawn this top view and side view in previous two videos. Okay. So for this particular object, the front view will be made up of the rectangle for this base plate consisting of this cylindrical section, semi-cylindrical section, as well as this rectangular section will be of height 20 and the distance of length of 75 plus this radius 50 will be equals to 125. So let's start from this end, because on the left hand side of the observer this will be the extreme point for that base plate. So let's change our layer to visible edge. Then let's give the command of line. From here it will be of the distance 125. Then we'll go up by 20, that is the height of the base plate. Then again on this side will be 125, and on the downside it will be 20. Even you can connect with the points visible to us. Next we can draw the cylindrical section at the top of this over here, for which we can take the height projection from side view and length projection from the top view. So let's change our layer from the projection visible edge to projection line. We'll give the command of ray, then first ray from that point, second ray from this point, then third will be from this point for the inner cylinder, and fourth ray again for the inner cylinder. Then we'll take the height from the side view, that is the height of 15. You can even give the input from the software itself by making that line height is 15, and you can even take it from side view also. Now visible edge layer line will start from this end, it is already 15, from here to here, from here to here. This is the rectangular part visible for this particular cylindrical area, cylindrical section. This cylindrical section will be visible as a rectangle over here, which we have drawn right now. Let us draw one more rectangle inside for the inner cylindrical hole, which is not visible from the front view. So let us change that to hidden edges. Since it is not visible, will be drawn using hidden lines, and that will be taken for the full depth, because the same depth has been considered in the side view. Look over here, we have considered the full depth in the side view. So for the same cylindrical hole, we'll take the full depth in the front view also. Okay, that's done. Let's change its line type scale, match properties, source object, then the destination object. It will change your hidden line type scale. Okay, next we can draw this rib section in the front view. Now this is 10 mm rib section visible as an inclined from the side view. So obviously it will be visible as a rectangle from the front view. Now we can project the height of this cylinder rib section. Height is not given over here, it is merging smoothly into the cylinder, but we can project the height of this rib section from the side view, since we have drawn its side view already. So let's convert to projection layer, draw ray command, and we know that this two inclined lines merging smoothly as a tangent into the cylindrical section represents that particular rib part, and we'll take the height of that over here. Okay, so I have not taken the height. Let's delete it, and we'll take the ray command again, draw ray, and it is over here. Okay, so we are done with this. Now we got the height. Now what about that 10 mm? That we can take from the top view. See, now this 10 mm already we have drawn in this top view over here. This is on the front side and this is on the rear side. So let's draw ray from there also, which will give us the distance of 10 in the front view. One over here and one from here. Good. Now we can draw a rib section in the front view by changing layer to visible edge, since it will be visible from that particular view, that is a front view. So from here to here, one line, and then we'll draw another line from here, right? Okay, now we can draw a rectangular part visible for this outer cylinder, since it is a cylinder but visible as a circle from the side view. Now from the front view it will be visible as a rectangle. So what we can do is we can project its height from the side view and its length from the top view. So let's again get back to projection line. Draw ray command. Top height is already being projected. We'll project the lower height, that is from here to here. One. Let us project the inner cylinder also, for which we need to draw hidden lines, since that cylindrical hole, that is inner cylinder part, is not visible from the front view. Okay, then from the side view. Now look at this. Already we have projected the length of the cylinder. Fine. So we have these two projection lines already available with us to draw that particular rectangle of cylindrical section. So let's convert to visible edge. Line will start from here. This is the lowermost position of that cylinder. Okay, from this point to this point, from this point to this point, then this. We can complete our visible cylinder outer part, and like this. Will not be drawing line over here because that part is not there. Making the line represents an edge, and there is no edge for that 10 millimeter section inside over here. So this will complete the outer cylinder. Let's draw hidden lines for the inner cylindrical hole, which is not visible from the front view. So diameter 40 is not visible from the front view. The way this diameter 32 is not visible from the front view, for which we already have drawn these two hidden lines. Now we'll draw two hidden lines over here. So giving the command of line from here to here, then one more hidden line at this position. Okay, we'll use match properties again. Match properties, source object, and this will be our destination object. Done. Okay, now what is missing in the front view? So we are missing with this rib section, triangular piece over here, that is starting from this cylinder and ending at this cylinder. So it is very easy for us. Let's convert this first into visible edge. Then we'll start a line from this position to this position. Though my ortho is on, if I'm selecting these two particular points, it will be easily draw a line between those two points. Okay, let's save it once. So I guess we have done with the front view also. Now we have kept one point pending, and that is making small curve at the point of tangency. It is pending in top view as well as in the front view. So what we can do over here is, see, we can draw a curve over here by using fillet, or by using a quarter circle, or by spline command, as discussed in the previous top view video. So I have made my ortho off, then we'll give the command of spline like this with points. Now I'll start making the curve over here like this. Okay, and you can draw one more curve from this end. Okay, now you can end at that particular point, that particular same height, since we have the provision of O track. Okay, done. Okay, we can use mirror command also over here. How to use that mirror command? Let's see that. Let's turn up to projection line, then we'll draw a line the distance of 15 over here. And before I draw the line, let me keep my ortho on. And I'll give the distance as 15 on this side. Okay, why I have taken 15 is the reason that I want a midpoint so that I can draw this particular axis over here, which is required for mirror command. I have drawn an extra line over here and extra over here. So this 15 is taken because this total distance is 30 from here to here, and we want an axis line over here about which we will use the command of mirror. Fine. So let's move further. We'll remove this, which we have drawn later on using spline command. If you want exactly the same replica on this side, what you can do is you can use mirror command. So modify, something is already drawn and we are supposed to modify that. So going into modify menu, giving the command of mirror, what it is asking for, select object. So I'm selecting this object. Again, it is still asking for select object. Let me inform the software that my selection for the object is done. Now it is asking me for specify first point of the mirror line. Okay, this is the reason why we have drawn this axis in between. So this is the first point. Now it is asking for second point. So this will be my second point. Now what it is asking, erase source object. We don't want to erase the source object. So by default, the no command is there. Just press enter. So now it is available for you using mirror command. The same thing can be done in the top view also. So let's do in the top view. Now see, we have drawn one small curve over here that we can produce again on this side by just using the same mirror line, same mirror axis. So let me give the mirror command again. Select the object. Okay, I have selected two objects. Let us give the mirror command. Then selecting the object, informing the software that my selection of the object is done. Now it is asking for specify first point of the mirror line. Let me give this point as a mirror line, first point as a mirror line. Then I give the second point of the mirror line. Okay, where did I click? Okay, right place. Second point of the mirror line. Okay, erase source object. No. Okay, mine is done. It is already available. You can draw one again line, one line again over here if you want. But there is no need of that since we already have drawn the line at the top. Now, similarly, you can draw one command, one curve over here, which is required because these four lines 1, 2, 3 and 4 are merging smoothly into the cylinder. So let's draw that again. Let me keep my ortho off. Then visible edge. Okay, draw line command with points starting from here. Okay, done. Now again using the mirror command, modify mirror, select object, done. Now selecting the mirror line, that is first point over here, second point over here, erase source object, no, done. We got a curve over here also. Fine. Now we have this projection line extra. If you want to trim it, you can easily trim it. TR double space. Now you can trim it the way from the position you want. I will prefer to trim it from this box only. Okay. TR double space. Select object to trim. We'll remove this. We'll remove this. Then we'll remove this. We don't want all these lines out of our projection box. Okay, done. And remaining part you can select and delete. So this is all about your front view. Next, if you want to see your front view, top view and side view properly, what you can do is again you can switch off your projection line. And the rest of the things will be visible to you like this. Okay. So here completes our front view, top view and side view. In the next lecture, we'll see the dimensioning part of the same. Thank you.